Everybody. We are here tonight, and we're really excited to be joining you all tonight. We we're just going to give everybody a couple minutes to get on here, grab something to drink, make yourself comfy, put in your earbuds if you're listening to us or whatever you're doing. Get some laundry to fold. We're just going to be hanging out tonight. We have a really great topic to talk about again this evening. And for those of you who are just joining in, we are doing a dress a day in July. And the whole theme of it is to encourage ladies and young ladies and girls to be feminine and to enjoy that and celebrate that and just have fun with that. So this evening, I don't know where my girl went. So this evening, wait, where did you go? So this evening, we decided to show you just some of our everyday work clothes, around the house kind of clothes, because this is sometimes what it looks like when we're just working. Like if I'm going to go outside and work and get something done, I have a couple maxi skirts and a couple old t-shirts. And then I have these like cotton linen kind of tops. If I need like a cover up kind of thing, I have these. But if I was just really working, I probably wouldn't have this on, just a t-shirt and a maxi skirt. That is like my house cleaning, painting, farm work, getting it done kind of thing. That's my outfit, my go-to. Of course, I have my yoga shorts on underneath because it just feels good and you can't get bit by fire ants up your skirt and all that kind of thing. So if it was wintertime, I'd have full leggings on. And then, but you're seeing our summertime work clothes. And then Grace, her summertime go-to lately has been these little scooter skirts, I think they're called. They have built-in shorts that they come with, and I'm going to leave the link for you for them. They come in all different prints. I got them for her a couple years ago, and I sized up considerably, and I even took in the waist just a little bit, but now I've been able to seam out. And can you just spin around real quick? And they are just about knee length on her. And then she has shorts on underneath. Bye. She has to go. All right. So shorts on underneath are just above her knee, just shorts. And I also got them on Amazon. They're just 100% cotton, and she wears them a lot of times in lieu of just regular girls' underwear. She'll just wear those shorts just like I wear my shorts. So that's just our go-to. Wanted to keep it real and transparent, y'all, that some days when we're working and we're getting stuff done here, it's not quite as fancy. But I'll show you real quick the other skirts that I got for her. And these are a couple years old. I think I shared these in another video. These are great for, well, they're just great all the way around. They're cotton. They have elastic waistband. And what I did was I ordered a size up. They have this cute little, sorry, I'm so backwards in the computer. They have this cute little ruffle here. And they had built-in shorts, but you can see I cut out the built-in shorts because the built-in shorts were only good for like, they have to wear panties underneath the built-in shorts. And just the way that they fit, and they were only good for like maybe the first 6 months or a year. But then after that, she just sprouted up, and the length is still fine, especially for play skirts, which is what she uses them for. They have pockets, which is awesome. So I just cut the shorts out, the built-in shorts out, and I just paired them with just regular cotton, I don't know what they call them, biker shorts, yoga shorts for little girls. And she wears them like that. And that's awesome. So she has them, and they have stains on them. I mean, it's paint and skirt. We just use these. She has 5 of them. And I think No, she has 6 of them. I think they came 3 in a pack, but they're really cute. And then you can pair these with t-shirts. I think Shaquan was asking me last night about t-shirts, and then as I went back and thought about it, I'm like, well, my daughter wears t-shirts too, and I found some really cute little t-shirts. T-shirts can be hard to find, but I found some cute little solid t-shirts. Sometimes you can even get them at Walmart, like the $3.99 kids solid t-shirts. Um, and I even found a couple with some sayings on them that were cute. So these are great little options for play skirts. She has play dresses too, but these are a real easy go-to for summertime skirts. They can swim in them. You don't have to buy some type of expensive swimwear even. These can be, you can swim in these. You could easily swim in these with a little t-shirt, especially a young girl, not a problem. So let me hope that I'm going to pick the right microphone here and that it's going to work. All right. So y'all tell me if you can hear me. And I'm going to jump into it today. And I'll leave the link below for the skirts and also for this skirt for me, because this maxi skirt did not need to be hemmed, which is a big deal. And you know how some maxi skirts can be like that, and then you don't want that, right? And then other ones are just like gigantic and they're like falling off of you. I've had both scenarios, or they're like you have to cut off a foot off the bottom of them because they were made for like a supermodel or something. These maxi skirts are very inexpensive and they fit, and you do not have to hem them if you are short like me. And if you're taller, then they'll just be like ankle length and not like full maxi. And that will probably be okay too. Also, the weight of them is very nice. So I will definitely link them. They come in prints and solids. And I love them for just every day, just working around the house, working around the farm. And they are really cute. I have one friend in particular. She loves the maxi skirt look. Like she does the maxi skirt, the t-shirt, and the jean shirt like every single day of her life, and it really does look cute. So they pair well with a jean shirt too. It's really cute. All right, let me jump into it. I'm going to say hi to everybody in just a second here. So this evening, we are going to be talking about the topic of separation in regards to our outward appearance and looking separated from the world, especially in today's world, and the trends and the fashions of the world and all of that. We should definitely seek the Lord and see where He would want us to be, how He would want us to look separated from the world. I think that's a biblical principle, and I think it's a really important one today. Amanda, I'm going to say hi to everybody. Amanda Curtis, hello from Rochester, New York. Your dress videos have been encouraging. Oh, thanks, Amanda. I'm so glad. If we can just encourage one person, that's super great. Divina, you made it. Hello. I'm so glad it worked out for you. I know you are a busy mama. Misty Mint from Australia. I love the kangaroo. Caitlin's family farmstead. Hello. Thanks for joining us again. And Pinky Swear, hello from upstate New York. Wow, we got 2 upstate New Yorkers. And for those of you who don't know, upstate New York is a whole different place than the rest of the state. So yeah, beautiful part of the country. Stacy Barrett, hello from West Texas. You know what I did? Okay, small chat real quick, and then we'll jump into it today. But I went and picked up my Azure order today. So there you go. The cat's out of the bag. I got it. I ordered blueberries and strawberries, and my strawberries didn't come. So I came home with blueberries, and it was good. The blueberries are delicious, and that was pretty much it. I guess it was really, I met a couple people there. That was really nice. So I guess I kind of got to look at it like that, like an outing kind of thing. And it was cool. I got to talk to some people in line and stuff, and it was good. Was it worth driving 25 minutes ish and then unpacking? I don't know how all the Azure things work, but this one, you had to join in line and you unpack the whole truck. There was probably about 30 or 40 people there. And so um, I was a little intimidated by that because there was like gigantic, like 50-pound bags and big boxes and stuff. And I'm like, there ain't no way I can lift this stuff. I was like, do you have some smaller boxes? I'm just not as strong as I used to be, y'all. There was a time where 50-pound bags were not a problem, but not right now, not at 45, not me. So anyway, it went quick. I was only there maybe 20 minutes, but then driving back home, I was like, was it worth it for blueberries? I don't know. So I don't know, but I'll probably do it again. It was nice to meet people. All right, let's jump into it. That was my little distraction here. Okay, so separation from the world, right? So I'm going to give you a couple verses to think on tonight, and y'all help me out because I know we're in good company here. Butterfly of Grace, Sarah Sparkler, Diana Nita, Stacey Barrett. Yes, help me out, ladies, because I know you have experience and I know you have thoughts on all of these things too. So we're talking about separation from the world, particularly in context, talking about outwardly how we present ourselves to the world and how that should appear different than the rest of the world. So separation, Titus 2:14, who gave himself for us that he might redeem us from all iniquity and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works. Okay, so that's my one verse. And then 1 Peter 2:9, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people. So there's that same word again there, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. And then one more, 1 Corinthians 6:15, 19, and 20. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Um, so there's a lot in these verses. And if y'all wanted to jot them down, it was Titus 2:14, 1 Peter 2:9, and then 1 Corinthians 6:15, 19, and 20. If you wanted to reference them, so that way you could comment and help me out on some of them. But I was just thinking about separation, and we are called to be a peculiar people. And although there's not uh, Old Testament laws for us to follow on certain outward things anymore, the law is written on our heart, and we are called to be different, right? We should look peculiar. We shouldn't try to look strange and weird. That's not good. But we should look different than what everybody else is doing. And I always tell my boys this. I heard it, so I cannot take credit for it, but I heard it many times. But to make a difference, you have to be different. If you want to make a difference, you have to be different. People, if you look the same, if you act the same, if you talk the same, if you make all your decisions the same, if you live your life the same as everybody else, people don't see a difference. So to be different, we have to make a difference in other people's lives, we have to be different. And that includes everything. I always tell my boys, separation isn't just clothing. Separation is where you go, what you look at, what you listen to, what you say, how you respond. Everything. It includes every walk of life, every way that you conduct your life is should be in separation from the world. It should be different than how the world operates, right? And if it's not, it's to our shame, because we are supposed to be different and peculiar people. Um, and not peculiar in that um, just trying to be weird just to be weird. My husband always says that. There's no need to be weird just to be weird. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. But we are going to be weird, and we are going to be different to some people. And for some people, they don't like it just by the sheer look of you. Just by looking at you, you offend them. There are some like that. And that's sad. But there's others that are going to see your good works. They are going to see your separation, see your response, the way you live your life, and all of the things, and they are going to be drawn to God through those things. They're going to be interested. It's going to pique their interest. They're going to say there's something different about that person. And we've said that, right? As Christians, you meet another Christian family and you're like, I think they're Christians. There's something different about that family. So that is the goal, right? So First Peter, I guess I should just end at Titus 2:14, zealous of good works. So we should be zealous for good works, right? That means in everything, like I was saying, not just in clothing choices, but in every aspect. We should be zealous towards good works, right? And it's one of the things that God commands women to be is good, right? Good, obedient to their own husbands, right? So I think that all ties in. Okay, First Peter 2:9. So again, we're a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, peculiar people. This is New Testament. That you should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. How do we show forth his praises? Who has called us out of darkness into his marvelous light, salvation, right? How do we show the world that? How do we reflect Christ in all of our life, in everything we do, everything we say, and yes, in how we present ourselves to the world too? I can't necessarily say that I would be reflecting Christ in a bikini on the beach. Okay, that's not going to necessarily reflect Christ, right? That's going to reflect myself, my flesh, right? Lust. That's going to reflect a lot of things. That's not going to reflect Christ. So, in every area of our life, in all ways, how do we reflect Christ? That who has called us to be a holy, peculiar people, to show forth the praises of him, so that people would praise the Lord, right? So people are going to see you and praise the Lord. And not just see you, Lord willing, everything that you do in your life, not just in your apparel, but everything that you do in your life should match up, right? We've all known the people that are pharisaical, that have the look, but then all of their actions and deeds don't line up with the look. It's just a look that they're putting on. That's all backwards and wrong. That's not what we're talking about, right? So let's go on to First Corinthians one more time here, and we'll just review that one. 1 Corinthians 6:15, 19, and 20. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Right? We're bought with a very, very high price. He paid for us, right? on the cross. Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid. So I shouldn't take my body that was bought by the blood of Christ and make myself look like a harlot. And there is a way that a harlot dresses, right? There is a demeanor that a harlot has. She's loud. We know from Proverbs, she's loud. She's stubborn. Her feet do not abide in her house. She's a busybody. She's out all over the place. She's dressed in the attire of a harlot. So there is an attire that a harlot wears, and today it's almost the attire that everybody wears, and it's okay. And yeah, we all have experienced that. It's totally acceptable, and it's not acceptable to God. It's not. So we're not supposed to look or act like a harlot, or perform the act of a harlot, right? None of those things. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, right? God gave us the Holy Spirit, right? And ye are not your own. No, we're not our own anymore. No, we're not. Paul said he's a slave to Christ, right? We're bought. We have a Lord over us. We have a Lord and Savior that we serve, right? So we are not our own anymore, right? The things that we would do, we don't do, right? We don't do those things anymore, right? And and that's the battle. That's the battle of the flesh, right? You're not going to have 100% like, oh, good, got rid of that flesh thing, now I'm just marching to Zion and I don't ever slip up. I never fall. I never, no, that's not it at all. But we do press towards the mark, right? The high calling of Christ. We do press forward. We do slip up. We do fall. Um, we're not perfect, but we should be pressing forward. So let's see here. For you are bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body. How do we do that? Right? And in your spirit. So there's a distinction there. We glorify the Lord in our spirit, right? But we also have to glorify him in our body. So our physical body, like, we have to glorify the Lord with our body. I think that's submission, right? That's the only thing that I can think of. Submitting to him in all areas. So what would you have me to do, Lord? Right? How would you have me to dress? Where would you want me to go? Who do you want me to talk to during the day? Who do not want me to talk to during the day? What would you have me to say to my child in this scenario? What do you want me to say to my husband? How do you want me to respond to these things, right? This is conversation that we have with the Lord over all of these areas of separation, right? And it's going to look different in different people's lives, and it's going to look different in different seasons, and we don't all grow the same. We're not all like on the same curve, right? So someone might do it differently, and that's okay, right? We're not all in the same place at the same time. We slip, we fall, life, right? Things happen, but as a whole, we're like going like this, right? We're like we're going like down, up, down, up, down, up. But if you look at like the 10-year or 20-year spectrum, you're like, oh wow, I was growing in the Lord. I was just in this little dip, and then I came back up and he pulled me back up, right? Not I. But so it's just like that, right? And that's how it is with child training. That's how it is in marriage. That's just life, right? Is just the overall down up, but ultimately we're pressing forward, right? So anyway, let me see what y'all got because I feel like I'm blabbing too long. Let's see. What is anybody saying? Divina, I found 2 dresses from Goodwill today. Wow. You inspire me to be a little prettier than my denim skirts. Hey, denim skirts are great for working. I'm all about the denim skirt and they look cute. In certain scenarios, denim skirts. I said my friend, she's like a maxi skirt girl. And then my other friend and a jean shirt. It's maxi skirt, jean shirt, and t-shirt underneath, and it looks adorable on her. And then my other friend in Indiana, she is a skirts and dresses lady. She is just she's just such a lady. She just I don't know if she's not been a lady one day in her life. She just looks so feminine and so ladylike, like all the time. I think it's the French part of her or something. I don't know. She's just soft and I don't know. So anyway, she's just a dresses kind of lady. Um, yeah, and my husband has responded, like I said, Mr. I don't care. Mr. I don't care. As long as, as long as I'm being modest, however I'm defining that this year. Um, he really doesn't say much of anything. But he notices. I'll tell you, he notices. He just perked right up. And we're old, y'all. And he was just like, oh, I like your bathrobe. Oh, I like this. And it was just so funny because I'm just like, I thought you didn't care. But they do. Even if they say they don't care, and even if they're acting for us middle to older age women, even if they act like, whatever. Mm-hmm. It affects them. I'm telling you, they like their wives to be feminine, and yeah, I could just go on and on about it, but it's just so funny. And my older boys definitely, like my oldest son, it wasn't even a weekend, and he was like, "Oh, mom, I like how you're dressing. It's so much better." Poor thing. Well, I mean, it couldn't have really gotten a whole lot worse. I mean, it was just like a navy black wine red maxi dress. Like it was, and it had been like that for years. So anyway, poor guy. He was like, "Oh yeah, you look really nice." I was like, "Oh good." So anyway, Divina, amen. What do people see first? Before we even speak, our appearance speaks out loud. Yes. And it's encouraging, right? When you go into town, this happens. Well, it happened today when I went to the Azure pickup, right? There was some ladies there that had some skirts and dresses on, and immediately they were dressed modestly. I was like, they're some type of Christian, right? They're some type of Christian lady. The other ladies could have all been Christians too. I don't know. I don't know them. I don't know. I didn't get to talk to all of them. I didn't get to talk to. I only talked to 2, um, and the ones in the skirts and the dresses, I didn't even get to talk to. But I know by looking at them that they are most likely some type of professing Christian, and that is that encourages another Christian. It encourages you when you see other Christians out and about, and it's like, wow, I mean, that's awesome. There's another Christian there, um, might not be your stripe or your flavor, but still they might love the Lord, and that's amazing, that we encourage each other. So never underestimate that. We don't think about that. Like I don't think about that. I don't think about when you're out and you're grocery shopping or you're just running your errands, like you're not thinking about how you impact anybody else. You're just doing life. But other people notice it. Um and we've had that come up several times, like my boys will be going somewhere or doing a job somewhere and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you live down there on the corner, your mom's always out there in a dress." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my mom." Yeah. And then sometimes there's some that think we're Mormon. I'm like, well, there's only it's only me. Like, they're like, I don't know. It's like, there's not, yeah, I don't know. Like, we don't have that many kids. There's only 6 of them. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But we get that. We get the Mormon or Catholic or Mennonite. So it is funny that people try to lump you into different things. Um, Amanda's Place says, I'm really enjoying both yours and Nikki's series on wearing dresses. Nikki has always challenged me in a good way. More YouTubers need to join in this wonderful topic. Oh, thanks, Amanda. Yeah, I love watching Nikki's. I like her talks. I like when she um, sits down and talks about something and explains something. I like watching her, like the older videos of her cleaning the house and stuff too. That was good. But her sitting down, talking, explaining that, they're really, really good for me. What can women do, Butterfly Grace, besides college if not married and doesn't have a father? Well, there's lots and lots of options. I definitely think that it's a good decision not to go to college today, because of the propaganda being so bad. It's always been bad, like the public school system, but today it's stronger than ever. And you're probably not just going to feel like a fish out of water, I would say, being there. There is just, I mean, entrepreneurial things that you can do. I don't know how old you are, but anything that you're interested in doing, you can make into your passion and make into your little side hustle, your little home business. And it can literally be anything that you enjoy doing. So a friend of ours, we just went down to South Texas, and this shirt is bothering me. Um, and um, and their daughter is 20 years old, and she helps her mom and dad run the farm. They have cattle, and she loves cows, and she loves um, website design and doing all that stuff. So she helps to run the website, and she helps to package up the beef, and she makes connections with people. Now she's doing little like farm, like it's like a farm party thing that she's putting together. So she's like connected with all these different people in the community, and inviting them back to their farm and doing like a farm meal dinner thing. And she's just like all super excited about it. And she has a flower field, a field that she planted a whole bunch of cut flowers in. And so she has a little flower business, and she makes little bouquets and goes into town and offers her bouquets to different businesses. So she has a couple salons that she services with fresh bouquets every week. And then she has a couple bed and breakfast places that want fresh bouquets in their bed and breakfast every week. And then they also do, like, the bed and breakfast do wedding events and things like that. So they want her to provide flowers for that. So just there, it's so limitless, and the only thing that limits us is just the box that we put ourselves in, because it's really just totally limitless. And me and my little girl, she loves silky chickens, like loves them, has loved them probably since she was 3 years old. And we've tried silky chickens several times over the years, and they've always gotten eaten by predators because we're in the woods. But this year, this winter, I ordered some hatching eggs, some really nice hatching eggs, because you can't get any anywhere around here. Nobody has them. And we hatched them out, and now she has like 8 little silky chickens out there, and they're really, really nice quality. And she is really excited about showing them. She wants to learn all about showing chickens. I don't know the first thing about showing chickens, but she wants to learn all about showing her silky chickens, and she wants to like build a little business. She's 6, right? But she wants to like have hatching eggs. She wants to, and some of this I'm like, you have to lead children too, right? They have a passion, and then you have to say, well, you could do this and this and this. Well, let's do this, right? Like my son likes to chop down trees. So like, okay, well, let's get a sawmill, and let's work towards, let's get some business cards, and let's, the other one likes to build. Okay, well, let's start a handyman business, right? So you do have to guide them as parents, but um yeah, it's just totally limitless. I mean, whatever your passion is, whether it's baking or cooking, or I mean, you can do meals. We have friends down in South Texas that him and her, they have like a little lawn care business that they do for a few hours in the morning, and they like have a few different customers. They mow the grass, and then they like, it's older people, they'll like wipe off their deck and wipe off all their patio furniture for them and make everything nice. And um they have a little garden, so they sell vegetables and they take eggs to them. And I mean, uh, there's just, oh, I was thinking they have a friend that did different like pre-done meals. So once a week, she cooks a whole bunch of meals. And I think Brie from scratch, I think she was doing this for a little while. I don't know if she still is or not, but she makes up a whole bunch of homemade, good, healthy meals, and then she, puts them all in containers. And then she has a couple families that buy those meals from her because that's valuable to people, right? Most people don't have time to cook, all day long healthy meals. But if somebody else is going to shop for the food, make the meals for you, and then deliver the meals to you, people sign up for that. People do that, a few times a week. There's just so it's really limitless. So, um, yeah, just the sky's the limit, really. Okay. Shaquan, I'm so glad that you're back. Did you hear my comment about the t-shirts? I felt bad last night. It's hard to think of everything right on the spot, but I showed my little girl's skirts at the beginning of this, and I hope you get to see them. If not, go back and you'll see those little skirts. And those skirts do pair really, really well. I think you said your daughter's 3. They're great for 3-year-olds. But my little girl's 6, and she's been wearing them for a couple of years now. And they're great play skirts, and they go great with t-shirts. So I didn't want to be like anti t-shirt last night. I was just saying, dress your child how you enjoy to see them when they're little, just that's really important. But if there's something that she loves, like my daughter loves kitty t-shirts, or horsey t-shirts, then she can put them on with her little skirts, those little cotton skirts, and then that's fun too. And they work great for swimming. Somebody was asking me about swimming stuff last night. um, Okay, so let me get to your. Shaquan says, I have a A-line denim skirt that is so flattering. Not all of them give you the body, boxy look that I'm not going for. Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you can find something that works, that is great. I mean, it's a challenge. My one son, James, he's like, seriously, you're sending this back? And I'm like, I don't know. Like I try, you order something, and I always try to make sure that I order something that can be returned, because sometimes it looks really, really good online, and then you get it and that happens at the store too. It looks really good at the store, and then you get it home and you try it on and you're like, oh yeah, no, this does not work well at all. So yeah. Good job on the jean skirt. Fine. Elizabeth Gonzalez, good evening. Listening while working on supper. Well, good. I'm glad we can keep you company, Elizabeth. Misty Mint says, confusion is definitely our companion in this world. Loving the word of God. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad to be able to share with y'all. And I'm just picking, verses that kind of pop in my mind. There's so much that we can just glean from God's word, and just get some wisdom in making these decisions, because it is a confusing place out there, and God is not the author of confusion, right? Caitlin's Family Farmstead says, even in your simple colors, you look beautiful, but I do like the fun colors too. Thanks. Yeah. I just wanted to show you that I do have work clothes too, not just, I'm not out like doing farm work in like chiffon dresses or something. Um, Caitlin, oh, I grew up with Mennonites. I'm Mennonite. I like wearing dresses and having my daughter wear them, but it's a little weird because I don't want to associate myself as a conservative Mennonite. Yeah, and Caitlin, I went through a phase for about a year where I wore Mennonite dresses, and my husband was all about it. I just was kind of I had just had a baby, and I do have a good Mennonite friend, and she was just raving about how you can nurse so easily in cape dresses. And I was like, that sounds good to me. So I bought a bunch of cape dresses, and well, not like a bunch, but I bought enough, like say five. I bought enough to wear during the week, and for nursing, and they worked great for that. And then after a while, I was just like, I don't know if I'm misrepresenting my faith a little bit because I'm not Mennonite, and people are thinking that I am Mennonite. And I think back then I was head covering full time too. Um, so that I think just led to some confusion. And we do represent, people try to figure out who you are, what you believe by what you look like, and that happens all the time. I mean, it's just human nature, right? I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just what we do as human beings, right? So yeah, that was happening with me. So I did donate all of my Mennonite dresses to the little thrift store up the road. But I had my daughter in Mennonite dresses too from the time she was a baby. I kind of didn't know what to do. Like, I know this sounds really dorky, but like I was having a girl. I knew I wanted her to be modest, and I had no idea how to do it. Like, and I should have probably known something by that point because I was 39. Like, I had some time to figure it out. But I was just so like stumped by the whole thing. I did not know what to do with her. I was just like, I don't know. So my friend sent me a bunch of little Mennonite dresses, and I sewed some Mennonite dresses. I met a lady down here that's Easter Mennonite, and I got patterns from her, and I sewed them too. So a lot of my daughter's early pictures are her in little Mennonite dresses. Um, but then I guess I don't know. I just kind of moved on past that, and then I just got into my um, maxi dress phase that lasted way too long, way too long, because it wasn't flattering or anything. It was just sheer practical and minimalist. Like, it was like, what do they say? Those kitchens are like industrial or something. Like, what's the look of the kitchen? It's like it's all just like totally for like commercial. Like, some kitchens are like, yeah, that was my maxi dress phase, was like, it was like that. Um, and then I did my Indian skirts. If for any of you have been here long enough, I do switch it up. Um, and I love my Indian skirts. They were really cool. I met a missionary. Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. I'm just really creative and different, and I do like switching it up. So I met a missionary friend. She's still my friend. She's in Arizona, and she did a lot of work with her husband in India, and she had on this beautiful skirt, and I was just like, I love that. That is beautiful. I had never seen anything like it. So then I got into my Indian skirts, and I just like super loved them. I thought they were beautiful. But um that lasted like, I don't know, a year or two. And then we moved on to, I don't even know. I'm not sure what the next phase was. But I am really, really enjoying inspired by Nikki. Like I enjoy the classic lady, just that timeless lady silhouette, like just that feminine, beautiful, classic look. I just think there's just something so beautiful about it. And yeah, so I don't know. I just really have been so inspired by her, and I just recommend her now to like several different ladies at church and younger girls at church. I'm like, you just have to, because I didn't know all of these things. Like, I mean, she was like, she has videos on everything, stockings, and we don't wear stockings in Texas, but like, pocketbooks and just how to take care of things and just all kinds of things that I never even thought about before. Um, so I just think that's really cool. Anyway, this is my mug. It's a camping mug. We're all about the camping mugs here because our life is a lot like camping here. And this says, live hard, smile often. I don't have my glasses on. And camp something. I can't even read it. Camp something. I don't know. Anyway, it's my camping mug. I have a bunch of them. They're enamel, so I guess that's like healthier than, you know, the China painted ones. Um, that's what my husband says. So that's why I have camping mugs. And I have all other camping wear. My kitchen is a little bit industrial. I do have all other like campware for my plates and dishes and all of that. But that's not what this live stream's about. Why do y'all have me talking about kitchen stuff? I did not make out good at the Goodwill at all, Davina. I am so glad that you made out good. I went to so many Goodwills down here and I did not find one dress, nothing, even close, just nothing at all. So I am so glad that you were able to find something. Um, and Goodwill is a great place to start if you're, if you want to go looking for dresses. It just didn't work out for me down here. But we're really pretty rural, and maybe just dresses aren't really as much of a thing. I did notice that down here, like, you're not just going to go into a Goodwill and find like jean skirts and stuff like that. Like, it's just not as much, maybe just because we're in cowboy country and everybody wears jeans. Like, everybody wears jeans. Um, which is kind of funny. When we moved down here 9 years ago, I was like, oh, this is kind of hysterical. Like, God's got such a sense of humor, like here I was, like, cowgirl my whole entire life, like lived in jeans and t-shirts, like lived it all summer long. Didn't matter. I was in jeans and t-shirts my whole entire life. And then the Lord moves us to Texas, which would have been like my dream of dreams, right? Horses, all of the cowboy culture, all of it. And then, but now, I'm a Christian and that's not part of my life anymore. So it's just kind of it was just really funny. I thought when we moved down here, I just thought it was so ironic. Yeah, timeless and classy describes her style perfectly. Shaquan says, yeah, I do need new dishes. I didn't realize camping mugs were any different than regular ones. These are like enamel, like you can look up enamel rugs, mugs, and that's what these are. So I guess, they won't break and stuff. That's really important. The breakable, chippable stuff, we just can't have that in our house at all because too many boys, way too many boys, and they help with chores. Not as much house chores anymore, not the older ones, but they take care of all the outside stuff. But they did really help with chores a lot inside when they were younger. And it's just so nice to have those camping plates and stuff because they're stainless steel. You can throw them in the sink, nothing's going to break. You don't have to worry about it. The kids can easily stack them up, put them away. Now my little ones, they do that, but Yeah. So has anybody got anything else about um, separation? Thrifting is hard. Thrifting is fun when you're doing it for fun. This is my thing on thrifting. Thrifting is not fun when you're a girl on a mission and you're looking for something really specific and you don't find it. That's not fun to me. That's just brutal, and you have to go to into a store and it's just like jam packed with stuff and go through racks and racks of stuff and then not find it. That's like super annoying. Like that's why I really do appreciate online shopping. Now eBay, you can go find, a lot of similar things and find them. Like if you find a dress that you like, right? Say you went to Ross or you went to Burlington Coat Factory or whatever, and you found a dress and you really like it. Like you like the brand, it fits you well. You like that style. You can go onto eBay and then type that in, and then maybe you could find it. They say Poshmark too, but I don't know. The prices seem like almost full price to me. I don't know. I'm kind of cheap with, we're rough on stuff here. So I don't like expect things to last me forever because I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm dealing with little kids. My daughter jumped on the couch this afternoon. We were doing homeschool and her leg like kicked and my coffee was like all over me. And I was like, thank you. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's fine. It's just little kids, they got feet and hands and it's just the way that it is. So I don't invest in really expensive stuff right now. Um, Maybe someday, but then Lord willing, we'll have grandchildren. So aprons are a thing, right? Thoughts on jewelry? I don't know, Amanda. What's your thoughts on jewelry? So, um, jewelry. Well, I think I was kind of, if you want to know my thoughts on jewelry, for a long time I did not wear jewelry, and I mean long time meaning like 15 years probably. I did not wear jewelry. I still don't have a wedding ring on. Every once in a while, I will get my wedding ring out and I will put it on, and I might wear it for like a day or something, and then I take it off and put it back. Um, but first, it's just not practical. My wedding ring and engagement ring is not practical in the life that we live. So I thought about just getting a little band, but then I'm like, why? I mean, my husband doesn't. Sorry, there's like a net. My husband doesn't wear his either. I did go back to wearing earrings. This net after 15 years because I just felt like it's time to like crank up the feminine. That's really, really honestly what it was for me. We could talk all day about ornaments and, drawing attention and all of that kind of stuff. And I was just kind of remembering back. I'll share this with you. I think this was pretty good. My stepmom, when my stepmom comes to visit, she does certain things. Now, she does not a skirts and dresses girl. She will wear a skirt or a dress like for a very, very special occasion, and she looks beautiful, but she does not wear them every day. I don't know why, because she looks amazing in a skirt and a dress, but she doesn't. But she has a lot of ladylike habits that when I started watching Nikki's channel, I was like, wait a minute, this is reminding me a lot of her. So, when she's here, she paints her toenails. She makes sure her toenails always look so pretty. She has her flip flops on that she wears as like house shoes in the house all the time, but they are like her inside flip flops that she wears. And I didn't wear nail polish either for probably like 15 years. And I don't have any on right now. She puts a little perfume on in the morning when she goes into the bathroom. She comes out, she just smells good. Um, she washes her face, she puts cream on her hands and her face. She doesn't wear makeup, but she just takes care of herself. And I just started thinking about that. And she has these cute little glasses. She's worn reading glasses forever. And she goes to like Dollar Tree and she gets these cute little cheapy little glasses, but they're like different fun colors and stuff. And then she has like little earrings. That she wears different times, and she has like cute little names for them. Like some are like her Florida earrings. And she's a very plain person, but she does have her little earrings and she has her little glasses, and they're just fun, and it's just feminine. And I thought, you know what? I think I still have holes in my ears. I don't think they've closed up yet. And I talked to my husband. I said, "Do you think there would be anything wrong with me wearing earrings again?" Like, and he said, "No, I don't see anything wrong in it." And I said, "I just think it's just a really feminine thing to do. And I think I want to do that again." And so he said, "No, I don't see anything wrong with it." So I have earrings. And my daughter has earrings now. And she actually asked right after I started wearing earrings, she said, "I want to go get my ears pierced." And I said, "Sure." It's a girl thing. It's like anything that I can do to encourage her to be feminine. Um, and I loved how Nikki said it, encouraging daughters. She has a couple videos on that, but like encouraging daughters to be um, feminine, but yet still respectable and honorable. And you can be beautiful, but not be, lustful or seductive. Like there's definitely a line, right? Even with makeup, we can talk about so many different things. There is a line, and it is like when you're putting that on, what am I trying to do? Right. So, um, that's the thing of it. So that's my thoughts, Amanda, on jewelry. I don't know if that helps you out at all. I don't wear necklaces. I don't normally wear bracelets unless if my daughter makes me some little bracelet or something. She has a couple necklaces that she just got from a friend in South Texas, and there's another idea. I think was it Butterfly Grace was asking me about homemade little like home entrepreneurial things. So my friend that has the daughter with the flowers, the cut flower business, she takes flowers and she has a little machine that dries them and presses them and puts them in this little piece of poly, like clear poly plastic, and then they're beautiful. And then she puts them on a little gold chain, and they're just so pretty, and it's just a little pressed flower. So Grace came home with like 5 necklaces. So we have little flower necklaces. I don't wear mine. I'm not really a necklace girl, but Grace loves it. So whatever. Like I'm not going to. I think that a lot of times we can butt heads over things that really really don't matter. um, like, and I'm not saying like if you have a conviction, of course, or if your husband has that conviction, of course we have to submit to our husbands. But like nail polish, that was never really a conviction that my husband had. It was something that I took on and I put on myself, and I felt like, oh, I can't draw any attention to myself at all. And now I'm like, if she wants to put nail polish on her toes, I mean, I'm not taking her to a nail salon. She's not going to have 3-inch fingernails. She's not going to have something that looks like a witch or, seductive looking. But if she wants to pick out a fun little color and put it on her nails or put it on her toes, who cares? Like, that is not, to me, that's not a thing. Like, that's not worth that's her being girly. That's her enjoying being feminine. That's not um a negative thing, I guess, but it's not my conviction against that either. So the best way to counter the confusion is to be very distinctive in dress. Christians should not add to the confusion. Yes, absolutely. um And I think, yeah, just conservative in every way. I think that we should um, just try our best, if we are conservative Christians, to look the part, be the part, speak the part, act the part. I mean, there should be no confusion. It should be, we should have integrity, meaning we should be a whole person in every scenario, right? So I'm not one person when I go to church and I act and dress this way, and then I'm another person when I'm here in this group of people and I might act and dress and do whatever this way, and then I'm somebody else. That's not a person of integrity. That's a person that is like chameleon. Like they are different, they're all different people in all different groups. And that's not what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be the same in every scenario. We should have that same integrity. Pinky Swear says, here in New York, nothing makes sense anymore. I am a mom homeschooling, trying to keep life. Um, I think it cut off there, but yeah, probably as normal as possible. I can't imagine life in the liberal states. Like, I really, really, really can't. I know how weird and strange it gets when we just go into a city, which we very rarely do. It's just mass confusion. I mean, it's just horrendous. And that's here in Texas. So I can't imagine living in a liberal state. Like, I really honestly can't. Like, when I went to the Azure pickup, everybody's in, what anybody else would say, modest jeans and t-shirts. Everybody's talking. They're ordering like cow minerals for their cows. It was mostly like animal feed stuff, which is why I was like, oh my soul, we gotta unload this truck. So anyway, I am over time. Is there anything else? Um, Butterfly of Grace. Okay, this will be my last one, I guess. Thoughts on hair, color, and length. Well, I would take all of that to the Lord, because or if you have a father or if you have a husband, I would definitely ask their opinion. I have done all of the things over the years, other than dyeing it like a rainbow. I've done all of the things with my hair, and color and length. Pretty much, I've had really short hair at different times, and I would just say simple is best. A classic, beautiful, timeless hairstyle is going to best represent a conservative Christian lady. So, whatever that is to you, for my friend in Indiana, she keeps her hair up all the time. I've never seen her with her hair down. She keeps it up in some type of clip or bun or a little French twist. Now all those clips are so popular. And she might have like a little fringe around her face, maybe, or it's just all up and it always looks beautiful. Classic, just a beautiful look on her. And then I have friends that have really long straight hair, and sometimes they wear it straight, sometimes they curl it, just whatever is classic, and just beautiful and timeless to you. Of course, long hair is a blessing, but whatever your husband prefers and whatever you prefer in that, how long is long, how short is short. I mean, long enough that from a distance you look like a woman. I would say that from a long distance away you can tell. And I had a pastor tell me that, actually tell, not me, the whole congregation, that years and years ago he said, I think that the distinction should be that from I forget what he said, like say 50-yard. I'm horrible with measurements, but like maybe that's way too long. It's like a football field. But like from a long distance away, If you're walking towards somebody and they're walking towards you from a far away distance, before you can see if that person is a male or female, you can tell if they are male or female from a long distance away. And a lot of times today, you cannot tell. Even up close, you cannot tell if they are male or female. But that's happened several times with different people that I'm like, is that, oh, that was his wife. Ugh, I thought the way that she was standing and everything, and it was like from far away, it looked like a man, you know. That shouldn't be. That's confusing. We should look like ladies. It should be distinctively different. So in everything, in I hope that didn't sound harsh or mean, but like in as Christian ladies, I'm saying, I'm not putting any judgment on people that are, you know, not putting in judgment on anybody. I'm just saying my experience. But we should be distinctively different. People should recognize us from a long time coming down the road that like, oh, that's a lady. Yeah. Okay. Um, so anyway, that is it. I am way over time. I hope I answered some of your questions the best that I could. Yeah, Amanda, you just fly under the radar and live quiet lives. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I just can't imagine it. You know, and it's coming everywhere. So I say I can't imagine it. And very soon, I'm sure I will be able to not have to imagine it. So here we go, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all here and we'll be back tomorrow night. I will have more that we could talk about and dresses and all the things. And maybe I'll leave a little a poll and then y'all can tell me what you'd like to talk about. I'll give you a couple options and then because I know you've thrown some ideas at me the last few nights and then you can decide what we get to talk about tomorrow night. So that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you, Lord willing, tomorrow night. Bye, ladies.